Probably the biggest obstacle I've ever faced when trying to lose weight is the mental anxiety around hunger. Deep down, I've always believed that dieting means hunger, and not just normal hunger, but a kind of relentless, uncontrollable hunger. The kind that feels more like withdrawal or anxiety than just an empty stomach. I've often told people who've never struggled with weight that hunger, when you are dieting, can feel eerily similar to panic, like your body is sounding an alarm, and the only way to shut it off is to eat, and that's always been my downfall. For 30 years, I tried to lose weight, and each time, the hunger would ramp up until it knocked me off the horse. And it turns out it's not just a willpower issue, it's definitely backed by science. In my last deep dive, I asked AI to do deep research into what were the reasons people failed at diets, and the results were terrifying. I broke down how people who lose weight, especially those with obesity, aren't biologically the same as naturally lean people, and here's why. Hunger hormones go haywire. After losing weight, your leptin levels, which signal fullness, can drop by up to 90%. While ghrelin, the hunger hormone, increases. This makes you feel hungrier than before. Number 2, your metabolism slows down. A person who loses a significant amount of weight burns 700 fewer calories per day than someone of the same size who's never been overweight. This effect is known as adaptive thermogenesis. And number 3, your brain starts to fight you, specifically your limbic system. The primal part of your brain amplifies cravings and weakens your ability to resist them, aka willpower. It pumps up dopamine in anticipation of food and quiets the circuits responsible for self-control. And here's the brutal truth. Even 5 years later, these hormone levels and brain signals do not return to baseline. The hunger doesn't just come back, for many it stays. After finding out you were doomed to be hungry, it really demotivated me. Was I really doomed to a life of hunger? But then Arthur, my AI assistant, shed some more light onto the subject. Yes, biologically, you are always hungry, but research also shows that doesn't mean you are always hungry. Huh? Is this my AI finally losing its mind? Turns out, no, and let me explain. Let's talk about that brain war for a second. The limbic system is the animal part of your brain. It drives your most basic urges: fear, sex, pleasure, and yes, hunger. When it senses low leptin or high ghrelin, it freaks out. It slows your metabolism, amps up cravings, and sends you into a state of alarm. But here's the part that changed everything for me. You have a secret weapon, and not just any weapon, a superhero in your corner. It's called the cerebral cortex, the thinking brain. It's what makes you human. It plans, delays gratification, evaluates consequences, and it can go toe-to-toe with the limbic system if you train it. Recent studies have shown that people who lose large amounts of weight and keep it off still have the same biological hunger signals: low leptin, high ghrelin, limbic cravings. But after a few months on a clean and consistent diet, they still stop feeling hungry all the time. Not because the signal disappears, but because their cortex stops reacting to those signals. It's like living near the ocean. At first the waves seem loud, but after a while your brain filters them out. Same with traffic. The signal is still there and will remain there, but your brain just learns to ignore it. This filtering process is thanks to neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself through repeated experience. If you constantly feed cravings and chase quick dopamine hits from junk food, you are training the limbic system. You are reinforcing the craving circuits and making them stronger. But if you start resisting those urges, if you pause, delay, distract, reframe, over time, your brain rewires itself. The dopamine response to junk food weakens. New circuits form that reward consistency, discipline, and health. Eventually, the hunger still exists, but it doesn't feel like a crisis. It's just background noise. You don't crave your way through life anymore. In my weight loss transformation, this gave ChatGPT a bigger arsenal to motivate me. Whenever I felt hungry, I didn't feel I was sinking into a lifelong form of anxiety. I felt like this was the exact moment where I feel my brain is rewiring. That anxiety, that energy, that was my cerebral cortex getting stronger and remodeling in real time. So in my weakest moments, ChatGPT reminded me to stay strong, that this wasn't forever, and if I carried on, the hunger would disappear. The hunger won't last forever, and now, for the first time, I believe I can get to the other side. The battle's worth fighting because there is a finish line, and it's not a number on the scale, it's freedom from the noise.